Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and turn off your cell phones. The movie is about to begin.
This is the story of the Battle of Fort Wagner and the 54th Regiment.
The Battle of Fort Wagner took place on Morris Island in 1863. The overall battles at Morris Island lasted from July 18th to September 7th. This was against the Union Army led by Quincy A. Gilmore and the Confederacy led by P.G.T. Beauregard.
Dun, dun, dun! The 54th Massachusetts Infantry Regiment led the major attacks on Fort Wagner. This regiment was the first to have black people enlisted, and they had more than 1,000 black volunteers. Out of the armies, the 54th Regiment would suffer the most losses.
Gilmore had a plan to seize Morris Island so he could have heavy rifled guns on Cummings Point that he would eliminate the Confederate stronghold at the nearby Fort Sumter. Once Fort Sumter was reduced, they could swiftly attack Charleston.
Dun, dun, dun! This plan didn't originally work. On July 10, 1863, they attempted to use this plan but failed because the Confederates were defending part of the island. After several more battles, the Federalists, or Union, pushed the Confederates to their limits, but failed to take the fort. Even though the Union didn't gain Fort Wagner at the Battle of Fort Wagner, they would eventually acquire the fort when the Confederates would finally abandon it in September 7, 1863.
At the end of the turmoil at Fort Wagner, the casualties were 1,515 for the Union and 174 for the Confederacy. But even though the Union suffered great loss, it showed that non-white men could fight just as well as white men. This paved the way for other black military units. You're welcome.
Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this Rihanna and Alexa production.
Our beautiful citation.